All right, welcome. I am going to talk to you guys today about why Awaken and Replenish 12, our two herbal formulas that we serve from the Alkalign Lifestyle Wellness Center and Cafe, why these two formulas are the most powerful formulas I believe in the universe. I believe whatever issues that anyone has, autoimmune diseases, symptoms that they've been suffering from for years, doesn't matter if you're an adult, it doesn't matter if you're an adolescent or a child. We've tested it for the last 2 years on everyone from the CEOs to day traders to stock traders to entrepreneurs of all kinds to young people from ages 5 to 10 to teenager and on up. All right, we've tested it. We've seen the benefits. Not only the benefits, we realize there's no side effects. We realize that going a natural route with a liquid extract that is alcohol free, vegan, plant-based, contains no GMO, no gluten, no artificial colors, preservatives, fillers, heavy metals, fertilizers, or pesticides. We don't do any of that. We figured out that the safest way, the most efficient way and direct way for you to actually achieve infinite health is to first and foremost cleanse your system with a combination 9 solfeggio sound frequencies from cymatics. Now, cymatics is actually a way of treating sound and implementing it into the body. By using cymatics, what you do is you infuse the sounds and the patterns attached to those sounds into a substance. So I can then put sand on top of a speaker, on top of a metal plate and a speaker under it with some sand or some metal shavings or whatever it is. I can be able to play a specific sound, and that will now change into the pattern, like a mandala pattern, onto that plate. So what we did was we took our liquid extracts and we also infused the sounds of the 9 solfeggio sound frequencies, which is a 7 chakra scale. So you have 7 chakras inside your human body, but there's 9 frequencies attached to those 7 chakras. Why? Because the root chakra at the bottom has 3 separate by itself, starting at your ankles and at your knees and then your genitals. That's your root chakra. So you add 2 more sound frequencies and it totals 9 solfeggio sound frequencies. So we infuse that also into our formula using cymatics. And then the 2 main components of our formula are 12 mineral cell salts. All right, we studied Dr. Schussler's work. He's a German biophysicist, biochemist. And what he did was he studied cadavers, dead people and animals, essentially. And he figured out that there's 12 common mineral cell salts that every living organism, as far as human being and animal, have, that they need to function properly in the 3D world, essentially. So what he was saying was that if you don't have these building blocks of the 12, then you cannot achieve infinite health. So why is the number 12 so significant? Because 12 is actually the number of systems that you have in your own human body. Okay, so, how I'll describe that is, when you have the 12 systems of your human body that are aligned properly, first system, cardiovascular system. What does this do? It consists of your blood, your heart, your arteries, your capillaries, and your veins. That is your cardiovascular system. So what it does is it pumps blood to and from the heart to supply oxygen to the body. So you're not actually, now this is a misprint in a way where it says pumps blood to and from the heart, because the heart's not actually pumping. The heart is a valve where you have 4 separate valves inside the heart that supply the oxygen all throughout your entire body. But where's the oxygen come from? The lungs. You have to be able to breathe first through your lungs all the way to your diaphragm. So if you're not pumping the oxygen through the heart, your cardiovascular system is going to be down in some way, shape, or form. Number 2 on the systems is digestive system. Digestive system is the organs that include the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, your small and large intestine, your appendix, and your rectum. So the functions of your digestive system are to break down your food, extract your nutrients from the foods, and deliver the products to the blood for dispersal to the body and to the cells, and also excretes the waste products from the body. This is one of the main things that people who are blocked up on the inside don't remove the waste product from their body, and toxicity builds up to their body, and all of a sudden, that's how they get sick. So, number 3, endocrine system. This produces the chemical messengers and hormones into the blood, which directs the activities of different organ systems, regulates growth, development, and most importantly, homeostasis. This is why the endocrine system, I believe, is the super system inside your 12 systems of the human body, because if you do not achieve homeostasis, you never turn on the autonomic nervous system, which is responsible for all of your background functions, but they're the most important. It keeps your heart beating, it keeps you breathing. You see, what you don't understand is that there's a governor, there's a control room, and this is controlled by the endocrine system. So the organs in this system, the thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, adrenal glands, pituitary gland, hypothalamus, pancreas, these are the parts that produce insulin and other hormones. So you'll see people with type 1, type 2, diabetes suffering because their endocrine system is not activated properly. It's not working. The stomach, the cells that produce gastrin, the pineal gland, the ovaries, and the testes. So there you go, where testosterone, estrogen, everything produced by these organs in this system is ideal for balance. So if this system is down in your body, again, you're going to be suffering. Let's keep going. Your eyes, your ears, your sensory system, like your motor nerve. So this is what provides vision and hearing, and how you interpret your visual and oral information about external world. But let me tell you right now, you don't see with your eyes. Your 2 eyes that you're seeing me from, these are windows. You see with your brain. So again, this is linked to the endocrine system, because if you don't have the right stimulation in the pineal and the pituitary gland, what happens is you can't interpret everything in the outside world, depth perception, all types of things that are now affected. You see nearsighted folks and farsighted folks, and it's all based on the way that the endocrine system is working or not working, lack thereof. So let's keep on going. There's your immune system, which they call your immune system, but I'll explain that in a moment. And hematology system, bone marrow. So this is what forms new blood and immune cells. Immune cells will fight pathogens to get rid of cancer cells, red blood cells to carry oxygen around the body. So you need to keep these cells buoyant, keep them moving. So oxygen needs to be carried throughout your entire body. Most people suffer from a lack of oxygen. It's just because they have all of these blockages going on inside their body, and the brain cannot communicate to the body to get this oxygen moving all throughout your body to keep you in the flow. Lymphatic system, I believe this is actually what people should refer to as the immune system, because what this does is, this is like your body's sewer system. You also have a lymphatic system. So your brain has a lymphatic system, your body has a lymphatic system. It consists of the lymph nodes, the tonsils, the thymus, the spleen, a secondary circulatory system that helps the body fight pathogens and maintain its fluid balance. Exactly what the lymphatic system does. It runs all throughout your entire body to help you to excrete toxicity and get it out of your system. So when people get sick, let me tell you that when people go through like a cleansing process, what you're going to be doing when you take Awaken or Replenish, daytime or nighttime, you have to get all of the toxicity that you already have inside your body to come back into your body and then be pushed out through the lymphatic system. So the sewer has to be filled up with sewage, essentially. You have to get, there's about maybe a week or 2 or 3, or depending on how bad your symptoms really are, or how toxic you are, or how acidic you really are, you'll have to go through a process to get the system back online and get it cleaned out. So that's why this is so important. You should not remove anything from your body. The Creator made us, a perfect creation, I believe. It's just amazing. We have the ability to do anything. So You always get new cells, you always get new blood, you always get new bones, you always get new joints, you're always remade after a certain level of days and time and months. You're always remade. But if you don't ever remake your brain, in terms of your mindset, how you're thinking, and your body is just gonna acquiesce and is just gonna go and fade into oblivion and shrivel up. Most of that is also due to a lack of hydration and a lack of water. This also means lack of oxygen. So you have your musculoskeletal system. This is your muscles, your bones, your joints, your tendons, and your ligaments. It provides your structure, your support for other tissues, and allows motion of the body. You need to have liquid though. These need to be hydrated. So realize that your muscles, like you see how people go into the gym, they carry these huge gallons of water, these bodybuilders, they got huge gallons of water with them because they need to have water, because water is what keeps these joints and these tendons and these ligaments hydrated. You have to keep them liquefied, not liquefied like they're like just strings or no, but they have to be hydrated, saturated in some way. They have to have some sort of ability to move, some WD-40 in terms of water. And that's what water is so important, because water has to be communicated to go all throughout the body so that now your systems are going to have what it needs to be able to function properly. So your nervous system, brain, nerves, spinal cord, this is the body's electrochemical communication system, consisting of all the nerves of the peripheral and central nervous systems. It enables your thinking, self-awareness, and your emotions. This is one of the most disconnected systems in terms of how acidity and acidosis affects, having a low pH affects your nervous system. So people aren't able to think. They call it ADHD or they call it ADD, all these things. It's all because you have a busy mind and you cannot sit still in your mind. You cannot use your imagination properly because what's happening is the communication link, the chain is broken. And that's because the main communicator is from yourself to the universe, to the quantum field that you see around you, that you feel around you, is water. That's another thing. So when you're blocked in the flow, you can't communicate to the flow. That's why you don't have a flow. So let's go to reproductive system. Reproductive system contains the penis, the prostate gland, seminal vesicles, what they call as vas deferens and testes in males, ovaries, uterus, cervix, fallopian tubes, and vagina in females. This is pretty much your root and your sacral chakra. So at the bottom beginning of when your energy starts, most individuals that I've seen, talked to, helped numerous amounts of times, I've heard the same story, that something happened, sexual traumas of some kind, and their energy never gets to go from the bottom to the top, from the base of their spine to the top of their head. They never get to light up their pineal gland. They never get to light up anything. This is the kingdom of God. It's like your head. You never get to use it because you're stuck in the lower energy centers because this energy won't move. And so what I'm seeing is that there's trouble creating offspring. There's erectile dysfunction in men. There's prostate cancer also in men. Low sperm count, low libido in women, PCOS, all these things that occur, and mainly it's because of a low pH, too much acidity, and women are taught to have a 4.5 to 5.5 pH in their vagina, which I think is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. So, because think about this, you're not on the island by yourself. That is a part of you. It's a part of you. So why would you have a lower, more acidic vagina? That doesn't make sense. Same thing with men. And that's why you have erectile dysfunction, because they can't communicate that flow from the brain to their penis. So what happens is you're supposed to be able to, just have imagination to be, excited for sexual energy exchanging. But many people create these ideas in their head that they need to go have multiple and too many partners, and they almost medicate themselves in sex, which is not how it's supposed to work. It's for a connection, a deeper connection, an intimate connection, and that's why you have that. So reproductive has been affected mainly I believe in women, because women are taught to be independent and all these things that people are, they're not taught to have cohesiveness and harmony. And it's not that I don't believe in women being independent. My wife is an entrepreneur. I love that. What I'm saying is that you have to look at it from a perspective of, first and foremost, connection, deeper connection, intimacy is energy. It's an energetic connection. You look at yourself like a man can be a flash drive, a woman can be a hard drive. And men can put their flash drive into the hard drive, woman's hard drive, download the files, and it goes into women. But also, they're taking the files from the woman. So every time you open up a pathway, a portal of connection based upon sex, when you have sex with somebody else, you're going to open up a portal between yourself and somebody else. And that's how it works for life, forever. You'll have a connection with that person forever. So you want to be intentional about who you go to lay down with. You want to be intentional about who you go partner with, because it's important for reproduction. Respiratory system, responsible for breathing. These parts are the lungs, the pharynx, the larynx, the trachea, the bronchi, the lungs, and the diaphragm. It adds oxygen to the blood, removes carbon dioxide from the blood. What does that mean? That means that what we breathe out, carbon dioxide, the trees breathe in around us in the forest. You go out, the trees breathe in carbon dioxide, and they excrete oxygen, to which we breathe in. Everything that comes into a person it gets polluted when it comes in through us. So it's like having an exhaust, and then we have to get rid of the waste. Carbon dioxide is that waste, but people can't breathe. Many people can't breathe. There's too much phlegm, there's too much mucus inside people's lungs, bronchial tubes. There's just too much mucus because first of all, they're too dehydrated. I'm just expressing to you how this works, but I'm gonna keep going so you guys will know in full circle. You have the skin system. The skin, yes, the skin, that is a system. The organ system that includes the hair, the skin, and the underlying structures of connective tissue, including fat, glands, and blood vessels and nails. Skin provides a barrier protection between the inside of the body and external environment, and provides sensory information and regulates body temperature. You need to have healthy skin, because this is direct connection to your brain. So your skin has to take a poop and a pee too. So you see people with rashes and things that come up. These things are being expressed into the skin because it has to get it out. So you have to get these things out of your skin. You can sweat toxicity out. So you see people who drink a lot. I'm sure you've been around a person who's drank a lot, and you've gone in or you've gone around something. You've maybe go and work out at a gym. You stand around a person who's drank a lot. You can smell the alcohol coming out of them. It's coming through their skin, coming through the pores in their skin. So it's connective tissue that needs to also be healthy. Next system is going to be urinary. The kidneys, the ureters, the bladder, and the urethra. The function is it filters out waste products from the blood and removes waste from the blood and helps to maintain water and electrolyte balance. So you would also think of the kidneys, you would think of the liver. These things are filters. They filter out the bad things that come in to your body. You have got to have healthy, and when I say healthy, I want people to understand what that means. It just means pure. It just means non-toxic, nothing blocked in, nothing obstructing it. And it begins mainly with your thought process. Let's talk about the ingredients that we have in Awaken and Replenish and why they're so powerful. First off is hyssop. So 17 alkalizing herbs. 16 is in Awaken, not counting valerian root. But in the way that we decided to do this was we focus on those 12 systems of the human body that I just named. We focused on getting all of those online at one time, so you can have actual immunity. It's not just one system. It's all 12 that work in unison and in harmony. When we got that to work in harmony, then we achieved actual infinite health. So hyssop first, that's an herb. It can stimulate the gastrointestinal system. It promotes perspiration, sweating, to help the body eliminate toxins through the skin, and it relieves excess gas. So hyssop has a mild laxative effect. It helps relax the gastrointestinal tract and eliminate waste. It's helping you to push out the waste throughout your entire body. That's what hyssop does. It also supports a healthy mood by helping to calm anxiety. And what it also does, it's soothing, expectorant, and cough suppressant properties. It is an antioxidant. It also affects cancer cells, kills them, and prevents the spread of viruses, including HIV. So what this, first and foremost, you will learn that most of these herbs, pretty much all of them, they have antioxidant properties, and they are cleansers. They get rid of things that aren't supposed to be there. That's primarily what we decided to do. Clean the whole city up. You are the community, we're cleaning the whole community up at one time. So mullein is the next herb. Mullein is an expectorant. It also helps the body to expel excess mucus by making your coughs more productive, to bring the mucus up and settling in the chest or in the throat. So it's clearing out this cardiovascular system along with hyssop as well. It's also what's called a demulcent, which creates a soothing anti-inflammatory coating over mucous membrane. You need to have a coating, and usually this comes from hydration, but you need to have a coating. You should not have the acidity that comes from your stomach and the food that you take in to be able to affect the mucous membrane and then also go down to the tissue and the muscles and then the joints and then the bones. You eat yourself up from the inside out. So if you can get a protective covering over this mucous membrane all lined up inside of your body, then you'll be able to be protected from the things that you're putting inside of you. But this is also where this is going to be a trick. When I get to the cell salts, you're going to understand why. So mullein is helpful for any lung condition that can lead to inflammation or infection, such as pneumonia, tuberculosis, and whooping cough. Mullein extracts, they're available in teas and capsules, but we have it right now in a tincture. It's in a liquid form, and it helps as a diuretic to reduce inflammation in the urinary system and prevent UTIs. Yes, urinary tract infections. So let's keep going. Burdock root. Burdock root is up next. This is one of the most powerful blood purifiers that I have just known, and I loved it. So I decided, also you'll hear all these people, Dr. Robert Morris, Dr. CB, people talk about burdock root, and it's a blood purifier. It removes toxin from the bloodstream. It's also antioxidant rich, and so it protects the body's cells from damage due to free radicals. And so it also inhibits cancer. It also is an aphrodisiac. It has an aphrodisiac effect. So the extract, it enhances sexual function and increases the amount of sexual behavior. As they did a study they actually did a study in male rats, and they were, going in to go see does it have any kind of effect, and it did. It had an effect. Also, it's used to treat skin conditions like acne and eczema. So the root's anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties can help reduce skin issues when applied topically to the skin, but also it can reduce them when applied in a liquid form from the inside out, which is what we did. Nettle root is up next. So you have nettle root and nettle leaf. Pretty much the same, they have the same qualities, but they're not the same thing. So nettle is a hormone balancer, natural antihistamine, anti-allergic. So let's talk about endocrine system. This is what nettle is going to be going towards. So specific properties is the kidney and adrenal gland. So it's restorative, it's a diuretic, flushes toxins, it's a blood purifier, it's an astringent, and it's anti-inflammatory. Pretty much every one of these things that I put inside of this is anti-inflammatory. So what we're doing is we're canceling out acidity, over acidity inside of the body. We need to make sure that the inflammation is gone. All right. It may help during menopause. It provides nourishment and kidney tonic after chemotherapy. It works as a general tonic for kidney and gout. So gout is called King's disease. That's what gout is called. So yes, greed causes gout. Nettle seed and nettle root provide stronger medicine than nettle leaf. So it's actually a little bit more powerful than the nettle leaf. But it's still, I still have both of them because they have different qualities, but I wanted both of them inside of it. So it is, it induces hair growth wonderfully. It cleanses and reduces dandruff. And it restores the elasticity of blood vessels, lowers blood pressure and cholesterol, and is a good supplement for diabetes. So nettle improves digestion and is an anti-cancer and antioxidant. So that's nettle root. Let's keep going. Cascara. Cascara is a natural, it's called Cascara sagrada. So don't get it confused with cascara. It's an ingredient in coffee. But what this does is it works by causing muscle contractions in the intestines. We're helping you to flush your system out from the bottom chakras, all right, root, sacral, and solar plexus for your gut. So this is a gut health healer, if you want to call it that. Yes, it does heal gut health. It also does decrease weight because it's going to help you to flush out the excess weight out your body. So this is pretty much a natural weight loss formula that we have right now. So what happens is cascara, it causes the contractions inside of the intestines, and they react with the bacteria in the intestines to stimulate bowels. So help you to have a bowel movement. And it's gentler than other laxatives, so like aloe vera and senna. So it results in fewer loose or watery stools, so like less diarrhea. It forms a gel in your stool that helps you hold more water in your stool, so it makes it bigger and stimulate movement in your intestine. So it helps you to pass your stool more quickly. It helps you to get rid of whatever is sitting inside of your waist part. People with these bellies, men with these bellies hanging over their belt lines, women too, with your bellies hanging over your belt line. It's irritable bowel syndrome, too much gas. It's just waste sitting there, too much poop sitting inside. Yeah, you got too much poop inside your body, and you got to get out. So that's what we're doing. We're cleansing you, flushing your whole toilet system through your sewer system. Trifala improves digestive health and relieves constipation, indigestion, and abdominal problems. It reduces your weight, obesity, and belly fat. It boosts your oral health and prevents dental cavities. It helps prevent and treat type 2 diabetes and heart disease, reverses DNA damage, and having anti-cancer activity. This is what Trifala is. This is like a combination of a few Ayurvedic herbs. People, in Ayurvedic medicine, they usually have combinations of a couple of herbs because they figured it was more efficient, which I believe it is, because that's why we made it from like this. And so what it does is you're going right to the digestive system, and you're going right to digestion, right, with Trifala. That's what you're going to go get. Targeting dandelion root increases the flow of bile and detoxifying the liver. Now we're getting into liver and kidneys. This may help you with skin and eye problems and liver disease symptoms. People who drink a lot of alcohol, a lot of liver issues. You've got to get this liver to be cleansed out, because that's the main filter, one of the main filters inside your entire body. You can use this filter whenever you eat an all-fruit diet to actually take in the energy from the fruit. That's why having liver is so important. So cleansing this liver is increasingly important. That's why you have kidneys online, liver online, pancreas online. So they use it in liver disease, diabetes, obesity, even cancer, and it supports the growth of and maintenance of healthy gut bacteria. This is due to the soluble fiber inulin, which is found in the root. So that's what is found in dandelion root. Inulin, not insulin, but inulin. All right, so we're trying to produce more healthy gut bacteria for you guys to get your gut online. So this other is it reduces cholesterol levels, and it reduces high blood pressure. This is like the backup system whenever your valve can't get the oxygen to pass. It's just like having a hose. That's your lungs pump it, so you're just pumping into like a blocked system. That's why you get high blood pressure. You need to get relaxed. You need to have magnesium, things that help you to contract and relax, and then you can get this to pass through. So the dandelion root is also helping me from that. Yellow dock root improves digestion and removes toxins, acts as a laxative and tonic, treats skin conditions such as psoriasis and eczema. I've seen a lot of eczema and a lot of psoriasis. You're gonna instantly know that that's due to the mind. Reducing inflammation and infections, purifying the blood, strengthening the liver and gallbladder function. So, yellow dock root, again, we're targeting digestion, removing toxins. Black elderberry up next. Supports the immune system by helping to address cold and flu symptoms, and also fights inflammation and infections, supports heart health, reduces cholesterol, lowers the risk of cancer, reduces the risk of developing type 2 and diabetes, which again is an inability for you to absorb energy from the food that you're taking in. Most of it is because the food that people take in is crap anyway. It's garbage anyway. So let's keep going. Irish moss. I love sea moss. I know you people talk about sea moss and Dr. CB and sea moss, Dr. Robert Morris, sea moss, Yaki, sea moss. Look, we take Irish moss. It's got vitamins A, E, F and K, calcium, potassium, sulfur. It's just a lot of things inside of it that can help you. It cures anemia, boosts energy, treats thyroid disorders, relieves respiratory problems, boosts mental health, promotes recovery, improves skin health, aids in quick digestion, enhances thyroid function, eases joint pain, boosts metabolism. I can go, the list is long. Reduces your appetite. So it promotes the elimination process of waste through the gastrointestinal tract. All right, the GI tract. This is the center line that you need to get right. This is the center line of energy, not your spinal cord, but your GI tract. All right, so we're gonna get this cleared out. All of a sudden, now this can start to work with this. So when you put sea moss and things like that, reduces wrinkles, other systems of aging, softer skin and hair, faster wound healing, treats acne, natural treatment for psoriasis and eczema. It's vegan, it's gluten-free. It's got so many things for you that can benefit you. Irish moss. Sarsaparilla, joint health. All right, indigenous people use this all the time to treat joint problems like arthritis. Obviously, arthritis is just an over-acidic environment, inner environment, and not enough lubrication in your joints. Skin condition. It's used to treat psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis. Blood purification. We need to keep your blood clean. That's where the information is being carried through the blood. Liver protection. Antibacterial properties, anti-cancer potential. It's high in sarsaparilla. That's why it's one of the most powerful things. Dr. Sebi talked about this a lot. You know, he talked about one of the benefits was psoriasis. He talked about the benefits that were arthritis, syphilis, which is a sexually transmitted disease caused by bacterium, syphilis. This was also used to treat that as well. Cancer, breast cancer, and liver cancer. It's great with sarsaparilla. Also, protecting the liver. It has wonderful effects that provided protective effects on the liver. Let's keep going. Turkey rhubarb. This is also known as Rum palmatum. It's an herb whose root has some properties for, especially women, all right? It has high blood clotting properties that can help promote clotting and prevent excess bleeding through menopause for women. So women who have menopause, this is a support system for women. Cleanses your colon. This is powerful to eliminate gut bacteria. Getting rid of the waste, the poop inside of the colon. Helps in weight loss, of course, because it adds fiber to your diet. Phytochemicals in rhubarb act as cardioprotective, lipid lowering, and it's called anti-dipogenic effects. That's what it's given to you. So it improves glucose, lipid metabolism, and it's crucial for managing obesity. Because this is the whole point about people with diabetes, people who, you have got to be able to get it naturally to start to help you get rid of the bad things through elimination. And then also, turkey rhubarb is great for various skin conditions. So again, I'm talking about skin. So nettle leaf, not nettle root, but nettle leaf, blood sugar management, better respiratory health, arthritis relief, and rich in nutrients, very rich in nutrients. So vitamin C, A, calcium, magnesium, potassium. That's just to name a few. This herbs right off the back. Prostate health, root chakra, men, prostate health. That's the swelling of the prostate gland. So that's what causes prostate cancer. So all we're doing right now is clearing out these main three, but now we're gonna get it to rush up to the top. So all 7 chakras are gonna be cleared out because all 12 systems of the human body are gonna be cleared out. All by, first of all, we're going in to clean it and we're replacing the deficiencies that you had and that you created with what you need. All right, cleanses your body. It's a natural diuretic. It flushes out excess fluids from the body. Let's keep going. Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is one of the best things for reduce stress and anxiety. I think it's one of the most. We added it last year and this had wonderful effects. Improves brain function, memory, attention, and reaction time. It also reduces symptoms of depression. It boosts fertility and testosterone in men. This is wonderful for your endocrine system, and also increases fertility and sperm quality in men, which is amazing. So we're talking about erectile dysfunction. And so obviously that would be the estrogen in women. On the opposite side, it helps in relieving inflammation. Ashwagandha has anti-inflammatory properties that helps in relieve inflammation, but mainly it protects you against cortisol and stress-activated hormones that people just they have too much activity in its pituitary and the adrenals are down. It's because you got too much stress. This is one of these things that de-stresses you, and we love it. Soursop, it's also called graviolas in this. Cancer-fighting properties, reduces inflammation, helps in managing diabetes, and also lowers blood sugar levels in people with diabetes, promotes heart health, boosts immunity, rich in vitamin C, which is essential for your healthy immune system. It also contains antioxidants that help protect the body from harmful molecules called free radicals, and helps in digestion. So it's rich in fiber, helps in digestion, prevents constipation. Shilajit, Himalayan, all black, Shilajit. Contains numerous compounds that be helpful for brain function, even aid in Alzheimer's therapy. That's what they did studies on this, and these are also in journals, medical journals. So they help to control cognitive disorders such as Alzheimer's. Fulvic acid, one of the key components in compounds in Shilajit. It's an antioxidant and also anti-inflammatory compound, and also it reduces free radicals and cellular damage in the body, which are two factors in aging. So anemia, high levels of humic acid and iron, which is helpful in treating iron deficiency, anemia. And let's keep going, antiviral. The wide range of minerals and compounds found in Shilajit may also help out fight viruses and chronic fatigue syndrome. It helps you to get rid of chronic fatigue syndrome. So what we're doing right now is giving you more energy. Again, we're going through the process of getting rid of things like herpes. That's what also antiviral. And we're just replacing the bad with the great. All right, let's keep going. Valerian root. This is only in replenished now. Is valerian root. So this is the last one. Promotes relaxation and sleep, and it's used as a natural sleep aid. A sedative. It has sedative effects. Reduces anxiety. Helps reduce anxiety symptoms, and helps control mediators of stress, including cortisol, and reduces the activity of hypothalamic, pituitary, adrenal axis, and improves symptoms of OCD. If you're a sufferer of OCD, valerian root will help you to dissolve these symptoms of obsessive compulsive disorder. You've got to relax, all right? And also reduces hyperactive behavior in children, which they talk about ADHD and ADD, which does not exist. It's already proven it does not exist. It's just an overactive brain. So once you can relax yourself properly, this is the benefits that this has. So we're gonna go next up with 12 mineral cell salts. So I'll be right back, and I'm gonna go to continue on, but let this soak in as to what we're talking about right now. And then in part 2 of this, I'm gonna finish off with 12 mineral cell salts. So if it's got you to think a little bit about how this thing actually works with your body, like, share, subscribe, this video, and we'll be right back. We're gonna finish up. So.